Hello everyone, welcome to our spoken Chinese class. From today, I'm going to take you to start the journey of learning Chinese. Well, the first topic of our lesson is greetings. Let's first have a look at these two characters and their pronunciations. 你好, 你好. Here it must be mentioned that in Chinese, each character corresponds with one syllable, which usually contains an initial, a final, and a tone. The first character, 你, means you. In its pinyin, 你, ne is the initial, yi is the final, and this is a tone mark which indicates the third tone. So it is read 你. The second character, 好, means good. Its pinyin, 好, contains an initial, he, and a compound final, ao, and a third tone as well. So it is read 好. Now let's come back to the expression 你好. In Chinese, 你好 is the most commonly used way of greeting people, with the answer being 你好 as well. It can be translated into hello or how do you do in English. When you greet a senior person or when you hope to show your respect or politeness to others, then you may use 您好 instead. Both 你好 and 您好 can be used in many different situations. For example, when you get out of your house and run into a neighbor, when you enter a store asking for the price of something from the shop assistant, when you go to see a doctor at the hospital, or when you go to the international office talking to the receptionist and etc., you may always use 你好 or 您好 to start your conversation. In this structure, when you greet some people whom you have already known, you may use some other nouns or pronouns to replace 你. For example, when students say hello to their teacher, they may say 老师好. 老师 is teacher. 老师好 means hello teacher. When the teacher says hello to all his students, he may say 你们好, 同学们好, or 大家好. 你们 is the plural form of 你. 同学 means classmate, and 同学们 is a plural form. 大家 refers to everybody that you are talking to. Okay, now let's read them again. 你好, 您好, 老师好, 你们好, 同学们好, 大家好. In the structure 你好, 你 can be replaced with some nouns of time as well. For example, when you say hello to someone in the morning, you may say 早上好. 早上 means morning, so 早上好 means good morning. 下午 means afternoon. 晚上 means evening. So you may use 下午好 or 晚上好 to greet people in the afternoon and in the evening. Okay, let's move on to a new topic, that is saying goodbye to people. 再见, 再见. In Chinese, 再见 is the most common way of saying goodbye to each other. Apart from this, there are some other flexible ways as well. For example, you may use 明天见 to mean see you tomorrow. 明天 is tomorrow. Also, you can use 下次见, which means see you next time. 回见 is a more colloquial expression. It means see you around. Okay, let's read all of them again. 再见, 明天见, 下次见, 回见. Okay, in this part, we are going to learn how to ask each other's names and how to give answers. In Chinese, when you want to ask somebody's name, you may say 你叫什么名字, which means what is your name? In this sentence, 叫 means be called, and it functions as a verb. 什么 is a question word, which means what. 名字 means name. You may have noticed that Chinese word order is different from English. In English, the question word is usually put at the beginning of a sentence, while in Chinese, the word order of a question and of an answer is the same. We simply put the question word at the place of the information that you are asking. So the direct word-by-word translation of 你叫什么名字 is you are called what name? While the answer could be 我叫大卫, that is, I am called David. Now let's read this conversation once more. 你叫什么名字? 我叫大卫. Here, 大卫 is a person's name. You may replace it with your own name when you introduce yourself to others. For example, when I tell people my name, I will say 我叫李娜. My name is 李娜. Alright, let's move on with this conversation. 我叫大卫, 你呢? Here, 呢 is used at the end of a sentence and read in the neutral tone. It usually goes after a noun or a pronoun to ask the same question in a given context. Take this dialogue as an example. The previous question asked by A is 你叫什么名字? Then the following question asked by B, 你呢? also means what is your name? The literal translation of the whole sentence could be, my name is David, what about you? Or, and you? Here, it is A's turn to introduce himself to B by saying, 我叫李明, which means, my name is Li Ming. Okay, let's read the whole conversation together. Suppose Li Ming and David met with each other for the first time in a certain occasion. They started their talk with greeting and then moved on to introduce themselves by asking and giving names. 你好，你好，你叫什么名字？我叫大卫，你呢？我叫李明。Okay, in this part, we are going to learn how to show our thanks or apology to others in Chinese. In our daily life, it happens that we may have done something inappropriate or caused some trouble to others. For example, someone accidentally knocked other people's book off, or came late for his appointment with a doctor, or failed to submit his homework to the teacher before the deadline, and etc. In these cases, he could use 对不起 to express his apology, which means I'm sorry. While the other side could say 没关系 to accept the apology, which means it doesn't matter or no problem. Also, it often happens that we receive other people's help or kindness. Then we need to show our thanks or gratitude. For example, your friend sent you a gift on your birthday. Your classmate helped you with your study. Or your colleague gave you a ride to the company, and etc. In all these cases, you should say 谢谢你, which means thank you, or simply 谢谢, which means thanks. We may also use 多谢, which means many thanks. While the other side will usually reply with 不客气 or 不用谢, meaning that's all right, no problem, or there is no need to say thanks. Finally, let's read all these words once more. 谢谢你，谢谢，多谢，不客气，不用谢。Alright, that's all for the first week. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in our second unit. 再见, bye.